Second Esdras, chapter 5, verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first. Alright, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in grace and peace, to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rakal, from the GMS Orlando camp. And tonight's lesson is going to be entitled, Everything Comes Full Circle. All right, everything comes full circle. And tonight's lesson is inspired by the recent events that have been unfolding surrounding this guy, Brother Polite, which is yet another reason why you should fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. All right, because judgment always comes full circle. Always comes full circle. And this guy Polite is yet another example of the Lord's judgment coming full circle. You know, and here it is, you have a guy who has slandered the Lord's prophets, who has slandered the character of the Lord's men, who has slandered the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, mocked the word, mocked the Lord's prophets, all right, disrespected the word, disrespected the Lord's prophets, and thought he was going to get away with it. Thought he was going to get away scotch-free. But the judgment came full circle. And the very same thing that he was slandering brothers about doing or supposedly doing is the same thing he's been convicted of, found guilty. The same thing he accused brothers of falsely, wrongly, and caused that label of the R word to be placed upon the men of the Great Millstone is the very same thing he's been convicted of. Going to show you how perfect the Lord is, man. How perfect the Lord's judgment is. And that's why I brought this out in 2 Esdras 5 and 42. It says, and he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. All right, and a ring is circular. All right, it's complete. There's no loose ends to a ring. Likewise, the Lord's judgments. The Lord doesn't leave any loose ends. He doesn't leave anything incomplete. Judgment always comes full circle. And we living in a time in where the Lord's judgment is going to come full circle upon all those who have been mocking and scoffing the prophets and the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. You best believe that. And this is just one example out of many, because the Lord has done it before. All right, we've seen it with Rap the News. We've seen it with Comfy. We've seen it with Ricky Harris. And like the elder Manat Zakba said in his recent lesson, who's next? That should put fear in the hearts of you scoffers. And it also puts fear in the hearts of us sincere believers, because we understand that everything that we sow will be reaped in due season. All right, this is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7, which helps us to continue on a righteous path to the best of our ability. All right, because we see the fruits of sowing unrighteousness. We see the fruits of sowing wickedness. It always comes full fucking circle. You can't escape it. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Heavenly Father is not mocked. But whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And the Lord is not mocked, man. Whereas men believe they can get away with mocking, you know, it seems as if men get away with mocking and scoffing, and you know, judgment never proceeds forward to these men who are constantly disrespecting the word, who are constantly misusing the Lord's prophets, you know, coming on the comment board asking stupid ass fucking questions, trying to patronize the Lord's prophets, trying to trap them up in words, trying to place these ill labels on the Lord's prophets, slandering. It seems as if judgment never comes full circle, but it always does. It always does. And the Lord is showing that to us once again here yet with this guy Polite. It says, be not deceived. The Heavenly Father is not mocked. Because one thing that people fail to realize is that they're not coming against us. They're not mocking us. They're not slandering us. Rather, they're slandering Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because we aren't doing this of our own spirit. You think brothers will go out on the highways and byways week in and week out for years and be persistent and diligent and fervent as they are on their own accord? Think about it. You think the elders and apostles could stand firm and boldly in this word with this testimony for 35 plus years on their own accord? Brothers for even a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years on their own accord? Hell no. Some brothers couldn't even keep a job for 2 years, let alone carry this testimony for more than that, sincerely and boldly. It is purely the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai driving us, driving his men to do and to say and to act the way they act, to go out in the highways and byways, to preach this word fervently, to come out with these videos. It's purely the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So when you have mockers and you have scoffers, what they're doing is essentially coming against the Heavenly Father. Like the old proverb in the world goes, your hands are too short to box with the Heavenly Father. And like it says in Acts 5:38, it says, let them alone, lest to be found to fight even against the Heavenly Father. And that's what a lot of men are finding themselves doing here in these latter days, fighting against a power that they're too weak to stand against, fighting against a power that they are too inept to even comprehend. It always comes full circle. And that's this. What's happening right now is a lesson both for the scoffers and for the sincere brethren. For the sincere brethren to maintain our fear in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and to maintain our works through the Spirit. And for you scoffers, it's a lesson on what to look forward to. The Lord ain't gonna leave no loose ends, man. It's all gonna come full fucking circle. Best believe it. This is Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, the Heavenly Father is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And we see what? That this man sowed wickedness. He sowed an evil seed and he reaped the same. In this account, these events closely mimic the account of Mordecai and Ammon. Whereas, Ammon, sought out a device to cut our people off. A sanction for gallows to be built, guillotines to be built, to cut our people off. And he ultimately ended up falling by the very same device he set up to cut us off. Same thing happened to this dude Polite. The same device he tried to use to cut the Lord's prophets off, to slander the Lord's prophets, and to demonize the Lord's prophets is the same thing he's been convicted of. Guilty, nigga. The Lord has hemmed them up. And this ain't nothing that, brothers wish. You go to jail. You wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. To go to jail, to be amongst those beasts for 7 years. And you know what they're going to do up in there. We didn't wish this. Rather, he brought it upon himself. And the elders and apostles said it when it happened. They said that the Lord was going to get him. And he got him. It came full circle. He got by the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And he can't escape it. But it says, verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And this is a lesson to us. Sincere. All right, us are the hopefully elect. All right, to faint, to be not weary in well doing. All right, to continue in the path that we've been taught through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, continuing well doing. All right, according to the Spirit of the Lord. You know, because in due time we're going to reap what we've sown through the Spirit. All right, which is righteousness, everlasting life, Lord willing, we're the elect. You see, I got two more that I'm gonna close it out. This is Matthew chapter 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right. And one thing is, man, everything that's spoken and even thought against the word of the Lord and against his prophets is going to come to judgment. It's going to come to light. And every idle word is going to be taken into account. Everything is going to come full circle. The thoughts, the speech, the actions, everything is going to come full circle. This is yet another reason to fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, man. Because the Lord ain't playing. And we coming into the time where the judgments are going to start ramping up, becoming more frequent. Men aren't going to be able to escape for as long a period of time as they have been in these earlier days. The judgment is going to proceed forth more speedily. Which calls for us at the hopefully elect to wire ourselves even tighter in the Spirit, man. Make sure that we're walking the right path, walking according to righteousness, man. You know, walking according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of our ability. But I got this last one here in Romans the 8th chapter. This is Romans 8 and verse 31. It says, What shall we What shall we then say to these things? That the Heavenly Father be for us, who can be against us? You know, and this is a lesson also that we don't have to worry about nothing. You know, we don't have to worry about the scoffers. We don't have to worry about the mockers, the naysayers, the slandering, the demonization. We don't have to worry about none of that. We don't have to. That's extra stress that we don't have to take on. We don't have to worry about that. Because we see what the Lord is going to do about it. The Lord going to handle that, man. If the Heavenly Father be for us, who can be against us? If the Heavenly Father is be with us, what is a nigga trying to demonize the truth? What is a mocker? What is a scoffer in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Because it's all going to get handled at the end of the day. We are on the winning team. Never forget that. These niggas are losing, but as a matter of fact, they've already lost, but they don't realize it yet. But pretty soon, the Lord's going to cause them to soak in that defeat, man, when His judgment comes full circle. But, that's all I had to say for tonight, man. Lord willing, is edifying unto you elect. You know, everything comes full circle. Everything. Always. All right, and this is yet another reason, these recent events with this guy Polite, is yet another reason why we should fear the Lord, all right, and wire ourselves tight in the Spirit, all right, and then yet another reason why we should trust the Lord, all right, because the Lord is going to handle each and every one of our battles, each and every one of our adversaries. The Lord is going to get, He's going to get him, He's going to snatch him, just like He's done the men before this guy Polite. Hey, that being said, shalom. Stay up.